Okay, let's dive right into this explainer. Today, we're breaking down the highest-paying, real-world gig economy apps of 2026. Now, if you've been following our series, you know we've spent a lot of time on digital side hustles. But today is entirely different. We're looking exclusively at platforms that pay you for physically showing up. No passive bandwidth sharing, no scrolling, and definitely no taking endless online surveys. We're talking about real cash for real-world tasks.
But before we get into the individual apps themselves, we have to face the reality of where we are in 2026. 76 million Americans are now earning money through gig work. I mean, that is a staggeringly high figure, and it completely reframes how we think about modern income. This isn't just a few people picking up a weekend side hustle anymore.
To really wrap your head around that 76 million number, we are talking about roughly 36% of the entire U.S. workforce actively participating in the gig economy. It's become a massive economic pillar, and because over a third of America is earning income this way, the platforms doing the paying have had to become incredibly competitive this year just to attract good workers.
So, let's jump into Category 1, Zero Commission Flexible Local Shifts.
Two of the absolute heavyweights in this zero-commission space are Instawork and Wonolo. Instawork is basically your top option for same-day shifts. You want to work today? You actually can. They post daily jobs across restaurants and hotels, paying anywhere from $15 to $25 an hour, depending on the role. Wonolo, on the other hand, leans heavily on AI to match you with warehouse and event staffing jobs. But Wonolo's real standout feature? It's their temp-to-hire pathway. If you're hoping a gig will actually convert into a full-time, stable employment situation, Wonolo is explicitly designed to help you make that jump.
Moving right along to Category 2, High-Paying Niche and Skilled Gigs. This is where we see a massive level up in pay when you bring more to the table. We just talked about that $15 to $25 an hour baseline for general labor, right? Well, look what happens when we introduce specific assets or expertise. Platforms like Dolly spike to $50 an hour, and YourMechanic jumps to a massive $70 an hour. Let's break down exactly what it takes to unlock those top tiers.
First up is Dolly, which pays $50 per hour for peer-to-peer moving help. You know all those times you helped your friends move a heavy couch for like free pizza? Well, Dolly actually pays you real cash for it. You're moving furniture, appliances, heavy boxes. The catch is twofold here. You absolutely must own a truck or a van, and you have to be ready for a serious physical workout. But if you've got the vehicle and the stamina, it's one of the absolute highest hourly rates for vehicle owners right now. Now, if you prefer turning wrenches over lifting couches, YourMechanic tops the list for hourly pay across this entire explainer. You are quite literally driving to a customer and fixing their car right in their driveway or office parking lot. Because you're saving them a massive headache and a trip to the shop, they pay a premium, up to $70 an hour. It obviously requires actual mechanical skills and usually state certification, but with an automotive background, that yield is just unbeatable.
But hey, what if you don't have a cargo van, and you definitely aren't a certified mechanic? Enter Rover. For animal lovers in suburban or urban areas, this is an incredibly enjoyable, high-paying niche with a super low barrier to entry. You're consistently earning $15 to $25 for just a 30-minute dog walk, and if you offer overnight pet sitting, that jumps to $40 to $80 a night. The best part is Rover handles all the messy administrative stuff, the payments, the insurance, so you literally just get to focus on the pets.
Which brings us to Category 3, the $10,000 a month tasker.
TaskRabbit is basically the aspirational peak of the physical gig economy right now. Elite taskers here are netting $50 to $80 per hour, and let me emphasize that is net income, after platform fees and expenses. The highest-paying manual tasks in massive demand are things like furniture assembly, moving help, handyman work, and TV mounting. If you're efficient, the hourly yield here significantly outpaces standard delivery apps.
And if you're wondering if that's actually possible, let's look at the verified case study of Jeffrey Delerme in New York City. He hit $10,000 a month on TaskRabbit alone. He did this by treating it like a strict business with 3 core pillars. Number 1, investing in quality tools. No cheap gear that breaks on the job and slows him down. Number 2, maintaining a 98% reliability rating. He showed up exactly when he promised every single time. And number 3, prioritizing customer service above absolutely everything else. That specific combination is exactly how you hit 5 figures a month on a single app.
Okay, let's ground the expectations a little bit. Not everyone is going to be pulling in 10 grand a month like Jeffrey. However, I want to assure you that even skilled part-time taskers who maintain strong reviews are routinely bringing in $1,500 to $3,000 monthly.
For part-time work, that is an incredibly impressive secondary income stream that can fundamentally change your financial landscape.
All right, our final category, the 2026 earning stack strategy.
The reality of 2026 is that the top earners, they aren't just grinding on a single app anymore. They use a portfolio approach. First, you pick one primary app, like Instawork, where you can effortlessly grab hours to build your baseline whenever you need them. Second, you stack a skills-based platform on top of it, like Rover or Dolly, to bump up your hourly average. Finally, you source professional opportunities, using those initial gigs to build a private client list or secure ongoing, larger contracts. Combining general and specialized apps pretty much guarantees you always have consistent, high-yield work available.
When you actually run the math on this stacking strategy, things get very clear. Casual gig workers, the folks putting in just a few hours here and there, are pulling in $300 to $800 per month. But active workers, those committing about 15 to 17 hours a week, are grossing $800 to $1,200 before expenses. It's a highly realistic look at the baseline earnings you can expect when you show up consistently and put the time in.
But all of this really brings us to one final, very provocative question. What if you simply don't want to leave the house? What if you don't want to do physical labor, drive to a location, or be on your feet all day? Well, that perfectly sets the stage for day 46, where we're going to cover exactly how to earn money without any physical presence required at all. It's a completely different, slightly hidden side of the 2026 economy, and you absolutely won't want to miss it. Make sure you've caught up on the explainer covering days 1 through 44 if you haven't already, so you're fully prepared for what we reveal next.